Fam, Bitcoin is in freefall. We're seeing an acceleration, and remember, when a dump is in play, the fast part is usually the final leg down. But it's the speed-up phase. This is where it gets pretty gnarly. We're seeing a massive overreaction with Bitcoin now at $81,000. What's interesting is that dominance is dropping with Bitcoin for the first time. This clearly indicates a Bitcoin pullback with altcoins just catching up. The whole market is selling off, not just alts. The key question is simple. Where is the bottom? As we look at the liquidation levels for the next 48 hours, a massive wall of liquidity is sitting at $90,000. That's the target. When this market finds a temporary bottom, we are going to see a violent, aggressive bounce. This bounce is going to hunt out all of the shorts. It's a guaranteed short squeeze. On the higher time frames, weekly, the short liquidation wall is sitting close to $98,000. That is the ultimate magnet. As the price drops, more people are shorting, creating a massive imbalance. When we hit that temporary bottom, the market will reverse aggressively to go after the short sellers. Don't get trapped. Introduction. The stochastic RSI on the weekly is telling us there's acceleration, but we are heading straight into oversold territory. This is crunch time. Think of it like being in the principal's office after a fight. The bears have told their whole story. They've made their aggressive move and put the pressure on. But the bull's response is still pending. We need to see the bounce from these oversold areas before we conclude that it's only down from here. Don't jump the gun. I'm getting ready to execute a few trades on this dip right now. We're about 30 minutes away from me going long with a couple of leveraged accounts. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Lessons from loss. The School of Hard Knocks. I entered 7 days before the COVID crash and saw Chainlink go to 1 cent. I was nearly wiped out. In 2022, I was heavily invested in the Luna ecosystem and lost $2 million down to $80,000 after the Luna and FTX crashes. That's a gut punch. Yet, 12 months after both major crises, I hit my highest net worth. These resets are a reckoning. They can either give you 10 times more conviction or completely remove you from the market. I recovered not by quitting but by making a pivot. My trading ability got me back in the game. One position on Solana at $8 to $15 made a huge difference. That's what discipline does. Do not quit. We don't sell red, we sell green, period. You have the opportunity to buy this dip and catch a massive win. Let's go. To understand what's coming next, we have to look at the last market cycle for context. The first leg of that cycle was Bitcoin's massive rally, going from $4,000 up to $60,000. Then, around April and May of 2021, we had a brutal crash where Bitcoin dropped a huge 55%, falling from $60,000 down to $29,000. But here is the key. After that crash, the true altcoin leg began. This time is similar. Bitcoin has already had its run, moving from the 20K zone up to roughly $120,000. But altcoins have severely lagged. We didn't see Ethereum break all-time highs correctly, and most altcoins feel undercooked. The dominance signal. When Bitcoin dumped 55% in 2021, the real alt run started after the crash. Bitcoin dominance began dropping even though Bitcoin itself was still bearish. Why? Because the capital was flowing out of Bitcoin and rotating into the rest of the market. My thesis is simple. Bitcoin's high is probably in for this specific leg. I don't think we're going to $200,000 right now. The question was always, how high does Bitcoin go before they distribute that cash to the rest of the market? That distribution is happening right now across 3 critical phases. Cycle leg dominance, action market outcome, current dump, phase 1. Dominance drops, bearish Bitcoin. Markets are red, wiping out leveraged traders. Next bounce, phase 2. Bitcoin bounces, dominance keeps dropping, altcoin catch-up rally, altcoin pump start. Secondary high, phase 3. Bitcoin approaches 110,000 to 115,000, lower high trap. The high is set for Bitcoin before the deep correction. I believe we are currently smack in the middle of phase 1. I still see Bitcoin dominance as weak and continuing to the downside. The way this looks for me is, we see the current bearish Bitcoin dump. That is followed by a Bitcoin bounce where dominance still drops, signaling true altcoin strength. This suggests that altcoins have their massive run still ahead. I am very much against the idea that the altcoin's top is in yet. This is the rotation event we've been waiting for. Get ready. The only thing that has changed is that I'm now turning bearish on Bitcoin. Not to say we're dropping more right now, but the next high will be the exit. 1. The Bitcoin exit plan, the trap. I think Bitcoin will bounce hard between $74,000 and $83,000. We will rally up to the liquidity zones, which are between $90,000 and $95,000. The first bounce will be aggressive. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin is back at $100,000 in 2 to 3 weeks. The trap. After this initial bounce, I think we'll see a slow grind higher to a secondary high, the trap. My exit. This slow grind up is not bullish, it is the exit. I will sell on green, converting my portfolio to 70% USDT, cash, and 30% Bitcoin, planning to buy Bitcoin cheaper later in the cycle, around $60,000/$50,000. I'm taking profits off the table. 2. The altcoin trading play, the reversal hunt. Since short-term dominance is bearish, bounces will be quick and strong on altcoins. This is where the quick money is made. Fighting for entries. I will be fighting for entries on the 4-hour chart bounce. You have to be aggressive here. The signal. Look for detachment from original momentum. When we break the downtrend line, the bounce will be aggressive to catch up. High risk to reward. Track altcoins coming down, like SOL. If you buy at a bounce zone with a 1% stop loss, you might gain 11%, giving you a fantastic risk-to-reward ratio. That's how you trade. Remember, where money is to be made is not on the left, the low, but on the right-hand side, the momentum reversal. Final tip. Track the downtrends with lines and be ready to enter when they break. Don't be exhausted or panic sell now. This gives you the opportunity to make money back quickly. That's the complete playbook for navigating this correction. Would you like me to look up the current Bitcoin dominance level or any of the altcoin charts mentioned for a more detailed technical analysis?